Good morning and welcome back to Kevin Toll Reads. So today I have a book review of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets by J.K. Rowling. This is book 2 in the Harry Potter series and it was published in 1999. The summary of the book really follows around the second year of Harry, Ron, Hermione, and their mischief ways that they get into things at Hogwarts. It really is centered around Harry and Ron for the most part, and Ron's extended family a little more. Obviously, at the beginning of the book, Harry's still at the Dursleys trying to get back to the next, year and in school for it to start, and he's being treated poorly, just like he was in book 1. And then he meets the special character Dobby, and Dobby turns out to be this admirer that doesn't want Harry to go back to school and is fearful for his life. And, it's interesting. And he comes at a very unique time when the Dursleys are trying to win some job and he's causing mayhem, and the Dursleys are really afraid of Harry in the sense that he's going to use magic on them. But at the same time, they keep him under thumb at their house. And so, yeah, I mean, that part I'll talk about in a minute, but I'm kind of past that a little bit. But the other part, kind of the summary, is the fact that during the second year, the book follows heavily about these Muggle-born wizards who aren't born from pureblood parents of magic. And Harry starts hearing voices, and then he finds out he can speak in Parseltongue, and then he starts questioning that he shouldn't be in Gryffindor and he should be in Slytherin. And all while that's going on, these people start becoming petrified, and come to find out, Ron's sister Ginny, who's at the school for the first time, is caught up in something crazy with this guy named Tom Riddle, and you have this Lockhart character, and is he what he's supposed to be? And he seems very vain, and maybe he's a bad guy, and they get into this little kind of caper type thing, and that's the summary of the book, really. Plot-wise, I really enjoyed it. I really did. You have more development from a character perspective on Harry, obviously more so on Ron as well. Hermione, you don't really get a whole lot in this book, in my opinion. I did like the continued kind of hatred and enemy type thing with Draco Malfoy. I thought that was good. I really liked Dobby's character, especially towards the end too. And I won't spoil that, but I really enjoyed that. In terms of dislikes, I thought Moaning Myrtle was a terrible character. Kind of cringy. I understand the premise of, her character and why she was needed, but I wasn't a huge fan. I didn't like Lockhart. I really felt like Lockhart, he's this vain character, all about, I published this in my book and I did this, and you can tell, he's all talk. However, I think, some of the payoffs at the end with him kind of made sense, but it felt like, he was used kind of as a decoy. I dislike the fact that they're kind of, and maybe this will change, but they feel there's a fear of expulsion with them, with Harry and Ron, and so I dislike that still. I'm kind of over that kind of theme and thought process. Just a personal dislike. Can someone do something about the Dursleys? Can we get rid can we get rid of them? They're just that kind of nuance and that kind of, I know it serves its purpose in the stories, but I'm just kind of over that. In terms of rating, I give this book a 4.6. It's a fantastic book. Don't get me wrong, as I'm sitting here hating on different things, but I enjoyed it. It's fast-paced. It's a great read. I think it's definitely one of the better books I've read this year. It's definitely a step down from the first book, obviously, because I think that happens pretty naturally with most series and trilogies and other books. It's hard to top book 1 when you're getting invested in everything and you're getting invested in characters and place and setting, and and kind of the scope and the plot and what's going to happen. I mean, that really always kind of draws you in as a reader, and it's hard to overcome that in a second installment unless you have something major that. And again, I'm trying to kind of, temper my criticism here a little bit, because I know this is a 7-book series, and so things will get better. From what I can tell, it continues to get better. The books are going to get bigger, so I think there's going to be a more expanded story. So far, you're getting bits and pieces of Voldemort, but nothing major. And I think when he becomes more of a centralized character in the stories, I think it's probably going to get better. And so, I'm trying to keep that in perspective here a little bit. But 4.6 is a fantastic score. I mean, I really enjoyed the book. I'm just being nitpicky about different things. And I think part of that really relies in the fact that it's more younger adult in as a book. And so I can kind of see that, playing into some of my criticisms, but it is what it is. It's 4.6. It's a great book. I highly recommend people read this. I mean, I'm 2 books in, so I can't really speak from a place of expertise, but I'm really enjoying it. So that's a review. I hope you're having a great day. And if you've read this book and this series and you have some thoughts, I'd love to hear from them. Comment below, and enjoy Thursday. Thanks. Bye.